All right, we got another Townes Van Zandt tune by request, Delta Momma Blues, from the recorded version off the album of the same name. And let's take a brief time out here to thank all the members who have commented on my Pearl Snap shirts here. Thank you. I also like wearing Pearl Snap shirts. And got this sweet little puppy at the bargain bin. Only $16.95. Who'd want to get rid of this? It's got a cool kind of postmodern design. You know, it's kind of like wearing a Mark Rothko painting wherever you go. Just, you know, it's cutting edge. So you're welcome. Sorry, I don't know what we're talking about. We're just hanging out here in the Aspen pastoral setting here in the mountains. Kind of a slight breeze. And we're going to jam some Townes Van Zandt, Delta Momma Blues. What else can we say about this? Capoed on the 4th fret. A lot of C shapes, F shapes. F shape, I got to wrap my thumb over. This one's kind of tricky, a little unorthodox. Without much further ado, let's run through it and then we'll break it down. Here we go. Well, come away with me, my little Delta boy. Your Delta Momma for a while. And if you stay, you'll see it'll bring you lots of joy. Can turn those little teardrops to a smile. And if you're blue, don't cry. Just wanna ride downtown. Find your Delta Momma waiting there. And I thought you knew that I would never let you down. I can ease your mind and take away all your cares. Okay, let's break this down, and we're capoed up here on the 4th fret. So I'm going to refer to all the frets as compared to capo. So I'll just say, for instance, let's grab fret 1 instead of let's grab fret 5. You know what I'm saying? So as compared to capo. So we start off with this pickup into the first measure. So let's just look at the pickup here. And we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm picking up into the C chord, and I'm just playing this little bass run. I'm grabbing the 3rd fret on the E, and I'm using my thumb for all of this in my right hand. Thumb, then open A string, 2nd fret. All quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's look at this first finger picking phrase here. And what I'm doing is I'm camping out my index and my middle on strings 2 is where my index is camped out in my right hand, and my middle is camped out on string 1 for this whole first measure. And my thumb is alternating between the A string and the G string, A string and G string. So this first half of the phrase I'm going thumb on the A and then pinching strings 3 and 1 with my thumb and my middle finger, and then my index grabs string 2. And notice in my left hand I'm grabbing the 3rd fret on the high E string. That's the melody note there. So just this first half is 1, 2, and 1, 2, and thumb, pinch, index. Now I'm going to roll, and I'm going to do this phrase. I'm going to let go of my pinky so this high string's open. I'm going thumb, 2, thumb, 1. Thumb, 2, thumb, 1 with those finger assignments we just talked about, those same ones. So thumb, pinch 1, thumb, 2, thumb, 1. That's our first measure. And one more time. Now, this next phrase is probably the trickiest one in the song, and he uses it quite often. So I got to do a little 8th note triplet there. And so I start off and I'm pinching strings 1 and string 5 with my thumb in my middle. And then I'm going to grab that melody note, the high E, with my middle finger in my right hand. Okay, so now I got to roll quickly, thumb on the G, middle finger open high E, index on the 2nd fret. So 1, 2, and a, 1, 2, and a, right? So that's, if I put those together, I have 1 and 2 and a, 1 and 2 and a, yeah. Then I finish off with this phrase. And I'm pitching strings 1 and 5 again, thumb and middle. Then I got to grab this melody note with my pinky in my left hand, 3rd fret on the B string, then thumb on the G, then index again on string 2. And I let go of that melody note and I'm just grabbing the C. Right, so the second half, right, 3 and 4 and. If I put that together real slow, I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's that 2nd measure and kind of the main lick that you hear throughout this song. Now we're going to an F chord and I'm wrapping the thumb Mississippi John Hurt style, right? And I'm pinching strings 2 and 6 with my thumb in my middle, and I'm going pinch, index on the G string, thumb on the D string, right? And then grabbing my middle finger on string 2 again. So pinch, 1, thumb, 2. Swing it a little bit, 1 and 2 and. Then I'm going to do this phrase. And I'm grabbing my thumb on the E string, middle finger, and I'm grabbing this melody note in my left hand on string 2, right, 3rd fret, then thumb back to string 2 with your middle finger, so that 2nd half. And I'm kind of trying to strum strings 2 and 4 with that alternating thumb when I'm alternating the thumb there. So here, strum 2 strings, strings 3 and 4. I don't know if I said that. 3 and 4, that little strum there, if you can. Right, so that whole phrase there, that F phrase, sounds like this. Right. Yep. Now I'm going to grab this phrase here. Here's the first half. And what I'm doing is I'm starting out the same way as I did the previous measure, and I'm pinching strings 2 and 6 with my thumb in my middle, pinch, then index on string 3, thumb on string 4, pinch, index, thumb. Then I'm going to grab the high E string, 3rd fret, with my middle. Right, 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and. Now this next phrase is tricky. Hard to isolate. And what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the bass again, and I'm kind of letting go of this F chord so that I can grab the high E string. And I'm pulling off string 1 to 0, right? So I'm grabbing fret 1 with my index, and I'm pulling off to 0, where in my right hand I'm pinching strings 1 and 2 and letting that 1st fret pull off to open, right? So I just pinch once and let that index pull off the 1st fret. So bass pull off, bass pull off,